Hey guys! So it's another Wednesday, and I thought because we've never had them, we're gonna do a session which is focused more on inversions. So bringing either your feet up, anything up where your heart is lower than your feet, or you reverse your upper body so the blood flow is reversed, or you do both as in a classical headstand and handstand. Don't really think we will go there, but we will do the halfway inversions, so let's just surprise yourself. And yeah, we'll start with a couple of sun salutations, and then I point out the half inversions that are in them already, and then we see where we go from there. So as always, feel free to modify, to take a break in between if you need more rest, because inversions can be challenging. So if you have any kind of heart issues, don't overstretch. Also, if it's something serious, always consult your doctor. Otherwise, have fun, enjoy the experience. So we'll start right away with a couple of sun salutations. So come to the front of your mat, bring your hands in prayer pose. Inhale and exhale here. Remember breathing through your nose. On the next inhale, raise your arms, look up, and on the exhale, bend forward as slowly as you can until your hands touch the ground, or place them on your shins and let yourself hang. On the inhale, halfway lift and step back into a low lunge. Drop your knee, look up, inhale and exhale. Step back into plank, look forward, inhale, knees down, exhale, chest and chin down, inhale, lower down, look up, draw your upper body up into cobra, look down, push up and back, exhale into down dog. If you want, you can walk the dog a bit, bending your knees, and inhale, roll forward, step your right foot forward, knee down, look up, and look forward, exhale, step forward, inhale, raise with a straight back, and exhale, hands down, inhale and exhale, inhale, arms up, exhale, down, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, step it back, look up, drop your knee, inhale, knee up, exhale, step it back into a plank, inhale, knees down, exhale, chest and chin down, inhale, cobra pose, exhale, push up and back, and inhale, roll forward, step forward, look up, and exhale, step the other foot front, inhale, come up, and exhale, hands down, inhale and exhale, inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold down. And as you notice here, this is already one inversion because your upper body is halfway, it's facing down, so you're getting another perspective already. So on the next inhale, raise up and exhale, right foot back, low lunge, look up, inhale, knee up, exhale, step back into plank, inhale, knees down, exhale, Ashtanga, inhale, cobra pose, exhale, push up and back, Here again, because our head is facing downward, this is also a semi-inversion. You can always feel inversions when your blood pressure in your head is increasing. Very good. Inhale, come front, step front with your right leg, look up. And exhale. Second leg. Inhale, pull up. And exhale, hands down. Inhale and exhale, last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, knee down, look up. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, into plank. Inhale, knee down. Exhale, chest and chin down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push up and back into down dog. And inhale, step your left foot front, look up. And exhale, step the right foot front. And inhale, come up. And exhale, hands down. And stand in relaxation. So as always, feel free. I'm just counting my breaths. But especially when you're starting out, they might be very slow for you. So feel free to do the double speed in breathing. Just get into a rhythm for yourself that you can maintain throughout the asanas. Okay, so that's a really important point. So now we're starting with a half inversion that also requires some bit of balance. So we will see how that goes. So stand on your left leg, raise your right knee up and bring it to the side. So we're doing something that is called a half lotus. So if you want, you can bring your ankle on top of your left thigh. The higher up, the better. So it's fine if you're here, but this here is a intention where we want to be. Very good. You can hold it with either hand, whichever you prefer, and then you center yourself on the inhale and on the exhale. We're slowly folding down. You can also feel your hips in this pose usually, because it's a hip opener. So fold down as much as you can. If you usually get with your hands on the floor, this is good, and you can take them down to the floor. And let your head hang. There's your inversion right here. If you want, draw your belly button in and just see how this feels. For the more advanced yogis out there, you can take your right hand off the floor, bring it around your body and grab hold of your big toe of the foot that is bent, and then stay in this. Don't forget to breathe. Always only hold as long as you can also safely exit the pose. Don't push yourself over the boundaries. Just go into it and safely go out of it. And exhale, release. Inhale, raise your chest halfway. You can slightly bend your knee to make going up easier. And inhale, slowly come up entirely. And unwrap. And bring your foot down. Good. So now you can shake the standing leg, because that might be cramping a bit, depending on where you're coming from. And now we're doing the second side. So inhaling, left knee up, bring your ankle in, lower your knee down, hold your foot up if you want. If it's here, you don't need to hold it up, you can just press it into your thigh. And then from here, we're lifting our chest on the inhale, and on the exhale, fold down. Remember to press into all the four corners of your foot, basically. If you can, touch the ground. If not, you can also support yourself with one hand on your shin. Touch the ground. It's easier, and if you feel cool with it, do a bind. So take your left hand, wrap it around, and fold. It is a very challenging pose, especially to start with, because it combines a lot of things, especially balancing and hip opening and inversion and the forward fold. So don't worry if you are not there yet. It is also different on different days, depending on how well you slept, etc. And exhale, please. Bend your knees slightly and inhale. Come up as much as you can. Slowly release the foot and take it down. Very good. So that was the most challenging pose we're doing. Now we're going into a wide-legged forward fold, just basically just hanging. So you are basically bringing your feet more than 1 meter apart from each other, so depending on how your hip flexibility allows it. And then you're interlacing your fingers behind your back, pulling your shoulders down, opening your chest, looking up on the inhale, and on the exhale, bend forward from your hips. Very good. And once you're down, you can let your head hang and bring your arms over and away from your head. That also opens the shoulders. If you're hyperflexible, especially in your knees, keep them bent a little so you can engage your legs more and don't overstrain your joints. Because otherwise, if you do this, your joints just hold all the stability, and that's not very beneficial. You're not working your muscles. And just stay here. See how it feels. Focus on keeping your back straight. Very good. So this is easily done when you suck in your belly button. That expands your rib cage and makes your lower back go very straight. And hold for 2 more breaths. And on the exhale, slowly release your hands down. Stay here for 1 more second. You can even rotate your head. That releases neck tension. And very, very nice. Very good. And then on the inhale, bring your hands to your hips and lift up your upper body in one line. Very nice. And then do one push. Come back to the front of your mat. Maybe shake your ankles. Very good. Nice. You can rotate them a bit. So we've done semi-inversions where we flipped our head upside down, but there's also the second half of the body that can get inverted. And as I said, both of them together in something like a headstand, but I'm not going into this. So we're just inverting the second half of our body now. So we're going down to a sitting position and lowering from here slowly down to the floor. You can stretch yourself out for a second. Get comfortable, especially your shoulder blades. Very good. And then when you're ready, pull up your right leg in a straight line. And just hold this. See how far you get. See at what point your knee wants to bend. If you can keep it straight. You can also vary between pointing your toes and bringing them in. But bringing them in stretches your hamstrings a lot more. And keep your leg on the floor activated. Very nice. And exhale. Bring your right leg down. Inhale, lift the left leg. Same thing. Engage your core slightly. That usually helps with the activation of the right leg. And just focus how that feels. So any kind of inversion is very good for the lymphatic system. Especially here, the whole gravity is helping the exchange of fluid for the lymphatic system. Yeah. It also stimulates all the organs because they're completely being switched upside down. Not right now, but with the upper body inversion. Very good. So inversions are very, very beneficial. They have a lot of good things associated with them. And exhale, release down. Very nice. Take one deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. And now we're doing both legs together. So we're inhaling, bringing both legs up. Adjust here. If you need your hands for support, press them down. It's also fine if you keep your legs bent. Just try getting your knees up, stacked on top of your hips and hold. Bring your knees together and then focus on stretching your legs. Very nice. So, from here, we are holding one more breath. And then we're trying shoulder stand. So, you can bend your knees slightly and then roll up to get your hips stacked on top of your shoulders. Don't worry about bending your knees. And place your hands on your hips or on your lower back. And then fold your legs up so they're straightened. You can either stay here, so this is like half shoulder stand, or you can go higher by adjusting your hands and bringing them more up your body. Point your toes if you wish to, and hold. And as always, don't kick out because I might push you over the top, and always safely take it out of the pose as well. So there's no need to hold it as long as I am doing this, because I am demonstrating. You have to find your own balance and your own way of doing things. Very good. And when you're ready, you can try folding your legs, bringing your knees down to touch your forehead, staying here for a couple of seconds. And just ask yourself what feelings are coming up. Because that sometimes makes people very anxious because they feel very confined, they don't have a lot of room to breathe, very anxious for their neck. So just be aware of those feelings and see what happens. If there's enough for you, you can always come out of it. Very good. And come back to shoulder stand. And in general, to go back out of it, you slightly bring your feet towards the back of you. Release your hands and slowly, slowly round your back. Fold your legs in more and roll down using your hands for support. Stay here in this waterfall pose for 2 more breaths. And exhale. Slowly release your feet. Very good. Stay here and relax. And then to counterbalance the neck stretch we just did, we're going to reverse this and do something that is called a fish pose in order to stretch our throat. So we're bringing our shoulders in, shoulder blades in towards the spine. If you want, you can bring your palms underneath your thighs and your glutes. So your upper spine is lifted off the floor. And then from here, you're lifting it up more and bringing your chin away from you. So looking back, bringing your weight on the crown of your head, supporting yourself with your elbows and your upper back muscles. So this is a fish pose, the basic version. Just stay in this, see how it feels. Don't put too much pressure on your neck yet. That's for later. Just see how the stretching feels. There's a lot of support in your elbows still. It's also very good for opening your rib cage. And slowly exhale and get out of it. Come back to lying position. Very good. If you want, you can look to the right side. See how that twist feels in your neck. And go to the other side, left side. Very nice. And inhale, look up. Very good. On your next inhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Exhale, press it in. Keep your second leg activated. Very nice. Inhale once more. And exhale. Take your knee across your side until your foot touches the ground. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Stretch your arms out if you want, vertically, technically. And then enjoy the stretch. It's okay if your knee's not on the floor. And relax. If you want, you can also look to the right side to give yourself your spine a full twist. Your left leg is very relaxed as well. And feel into your body, what it's telling you. Some of you might notice it in the outer glutes, some in your inner hips. Some of you might not even notice anything, might notice it in the lower and mid-back section, maybe shoulders, maybe also neck area. So just pay attention to the cues your body is telling you. And on the inhale, bring your head back and your knee. And exhale, lower your knee down, stretch your foot and inhale, bring the left leg in, exhale, pull it into your chest, keep your right leg engaged. Inhale once more. And exhale, bring your left knee to the right side. Use your arms for support. Keep your shoulders on the floor. It's okay if only the toes are touching the ground of your left leg. And stay here. look to the left. And then slowly, breath by breath, feel how your knees sinking more towards the floor. And remember, always, one side is always different from the other, so don't push it to even it out, just accept that difference and work with it. And on your next inhale, roll it up again, look up, and exhale, bring your foot down, inhale, bring both knees in for one more squeeze, so exhale, squeeze into your chest, really round your spine, touch your forehead on your knees, stay here, inhale slightly, and exhale, release into Shavasana, palms facing up, shoulder blades in, feet out to the sides, and focus on your breath. Very nice. When you're ready, come back to your body, start moving around a little, and interlace your fingers above your head. One last stretch, and turn to one side, and using both hands, come up to sitting position, cross-legged seat. Bring your hands in front of you, inhale, raise your chest up, and exhale, bow down. And inhale, come back up, open your eyes, and Namaste. Thank you for participating. I hope you liked it. This was a short intro to inversions. They are very, very, very beneficial. They also improve concentration a lot when you feel your head is all over the place and you can't focus or you're tired. Inversions are usually the thing to do. So maybe that helps you working from home, or maybe you're back at work already. Anyways, so I decided to decrease the frequency of the live posts to once a week. So I'm going to keep the Wednesdays and I'm going to drop the Saturdays for personal reasons because I want to sleep in. But yeah, let me know what else you want to see, what else you want to work on. I always appreciate any kind of feedback. I'm looking forward to it. And if anyone has recommendations for yoga gear, mine is falling apart, so I'm looking for new things. Would love some input on that. Otherwise, I hope you have a good week and see you next week. Ciao.